Hi, Sophie. All I can tell you is this. When I was in my 20s and went through the final no contact with my second abuser, I was in therapy at that time. And my therapist told me that nobody was going to believe me when I disclosed the abuse, and that nobody was going to stand with me, and I was likely going to be attacked and judged for the decision that I made. I didn't believe her. I didn't believe the therapist. I said, no, my brother will show up. My aunt will show up, the one that I call my good aunt. They'll at least stand with me. They love me. My brother, he grew up with me. He saw what happened. He knew. Yeah, he was the first hate phone call, by the way. And she was the second. And then a few other people followed suit. It took me a long time to accept and grieve the loss of the people I never had, because if I had them, I would have been saved from the abuse. But it took a really long time to go through the bulk of that grief and realize that I had to mourn people who made this choice, who chose my abuser over me, who had no value for me, who had disdain for me, who didn't believe me when I was the child in that situation. And that was devastating. And it doesn't make sense. And because we can't make sense out of it, that makes it that much harder to heal from, right? Or we don't completely heal from, but reach a place of some sort of peace and acceptance. Every year, my birthday, yeah, it's my birthday month, woohoo, and the holidays, those definitely sting me. It's a reminder, like we see, look, I'm going to cry now, and it's been 30 years. We see people who have those connections, and that's hard. But those are days on the calendar that we can make better for ourselves. And even though those times are hard, they're so worth all the joy and all the times that are amazing. And definitely worth the fact that I broke the cycle of abuse, not just for myself, but for my children, which means for their children and onward, right? So sometimes life just sucks, and we have to allow ourselves the time and space to grieve the living in this case, and to continue trying to replace that void with things that bring us joy. One of the ways or things that has always helped me, when I was really little, like when I was 9 years old, my thought process used to be, I am paying up front for a better life ahead, which also breaks my heart, because no child should have to think that they're being abused so that they could live a better life, right? Breaks my heart for 9-year-old me, because that's when I